The sun hung low over the sprawling 20-acre Whispering Pines ranch in Texas, casting golden rays through the branches of a 150-year-old oak tree that stood like a sentinel of time. For Jack Thornton, a retired real estate attorney, this was more than just land, it was a legacy, etched into the soil by 3 generations of his family. The ranch was where his daughter, Lily, now a 28-year-old veterinarian, had grown up riding horses and dreaming of her wedding day beneath that very oak. When Lily and her fiancé, Ethan, chose the ranch for their nuptials, Jack knew nothing would stop him from giving her the perfect day. But he hadn't counted on Claire Hargrove, the iron-fisted president of the neighboring Crest View Meadows HOA, who'd turn a joyous occasion into a battleground and pay a price she'd never forget. 5 years ago, a developer carved Crest View Meadows out of the land bordering Whispering Pines. The only road to Jack's ranch ran through the Subby Shown, a detail he'd secured with a bulletproof legal easement. As a lawyer, Jack knew the importance of ironclad agreements, and the paperwork was filed, signed, and untouchable. For a while, the arrangement worked. The original HOA board was neighborly, and Jack even hosted Crest View families for his annual 4th of July barbecue, their kids marveling at the ranch's horses. But when Claire Hargrove took over as HOA president, the air shifted. Claire, a former corporate manager with a razor-sharp bob and a smile that never reached her eyes, saw her role as a throne. She measured lawns with rulers, fined residents for minor infractions, and turned a once warm community into her personal fiefdom. To her, Jack's ranch with its dusty trails and lowing cattle was a blight on her Shown of suburban perfection. Claire's obsession with control stemmed from ambition. She'd moved to Crest View after a bitter divorce, aiming to sell her house at a markup to fund a city council campaign. The ranch, she believed, was tanking property values. When Jack informed the HOA about Lily's upcoming wedding, expecting a courtesy nod, Claire's response was chilling. "We're concerned about property values, Mr. Thornton," she said, her voice dripping with false sweetness. "Strange vehicles in our community send the wrong message." Jack calmly presented his easement, but the glint in Claire's eyes told him she was already scheming. In the months leading up to the wedding, Claire's tactics escalated. She complained about Jack's tractor being cited noise from his animals, and demanded workers setting up for the wedding register with her invented rules. Jack stood firm, citing his legal rights, but Claire was relentless. She conducted property value assessments near the ranch, lying to buyers that the land would soon be developed. A sympathetic neighbor, Sarah, the HOA secretary, tipped Jack off about an emergency board meeting where Claire planned to restrict large-scale events. Jack sent a formal letter with his easement, hoping to deter her, but Sarah's next message was ominous. Claire had hired Vanguard Security, a shady outfit run by Derek Vance, a former deputy with a tarnished record. Days before the wedding, a letter from Claire's cousin, a no-VYC lawyer, arrived, alleging violations and threatening to block access. Lily, heartbroken, feared her dream day was crumbling. Ethan, a steady CIVYL engineer, reassured her, but the tension was palpable. Jack called his old friend, Sheriff Tom Bennett, a towering figure with a salt and pepper crew cut and a reputation for fairness. When Lily's original best man fell ill, Tom offered to step in, his sheriff's badge a secret weapon they'd keep under wraps. "It might be handy to have me there," he said with a wry grin. Claire's plan crystallized the day before the wedding. She and Derek were caught on Jack's security cameras surveying the Subby Shown entrance at midnight, plotting to barricade the road. On the morning of the wedding, as Lily prepared in the ranch house, Jack and Ethan drove to the entrance. Barricades blocked the road, flanked by signs reading, "Closed for maintenance, residents only." Claire stood smugly beside Derek, whose 8-man security team filmed the scene, hoping for chaos to fuel her campaign. "Good morning, Mr. Thornton," Claire purred. "You'll need another route today." Jack's calm unnerved her. "This is illegal, Claire. Remove these barriers, or you'll regret it." By 9 a.m., guests were piling up, turned away by Derek's increasingly aggressive guards. Lily, watching from the ranch, fought tears. But Jack's composure held, baffling Claire. "You're too calm, Thornton," she snapped. "What are you hiding?" Before he could reply, 3 sheriff's vehicles roared up, lights flashing. Tom stepped out, no longer the best man in a suit, but a sheriff in full regalia, badge gleaming. Claire's jaw dropped. "Miss Hargrove," Tom said evenly, "you're blocking a legal easement. No permits exist for this road work. You have 5 minutes to clear this, or you're under arrest." Claire stammered. "This is private HOA property." Derek echoed her, but Tom shut him down. "Mr. Vance, your security license is suspended. Operating without it is a misdemeanor." As Claire's facade cracked, a news van pulled up. Reporter Mia Torres, known for exposing corruption, thrust a microphone at Claire. "Is it true you're blocking a wedding for political gain?" Claire's rehearsed response faltered when Mia revealed no county permits existed. A cow from Jack's ranch wandered into frame, mooing at the perfect moment, breaking the tension and earning laughs from onlookers. Mia's cameraman caught it all, including Claire's glare of pure venom. With the barricades down, guests streamed through, unaware of the drama. Tom swapped back to his best man role, and the wedding unfolded flawlessly under the oak. Lily glowed in her vintage lace gown, and Ethan's vows drew tears. But Claire wasn't done. Mid-reception, a health inspector arrived, spurred by an anonymous complaint. Jack's permits were in order, and the inspector left, embarrassed. Then, deafening generator noise erupted from Claire's property line, a petty attempt to disrupt speeches. Tom, back in sheriff mode, cited noise ordinances, silencing it. Derek's final stunt, parking his vehicle to block the exit, ended in his arrest after he shoved a deputy, all caught on Mia's camera as the cow mooed again, cementing its VY fame. The fallout was swift. Mia's story, headlined, "HOA tyranny, wedding blocked, sheriff steps in," went viral with hashtags like the ranch victory and the HOA fail. The cow, dubbed Liberty Bell, became a meme. Claire's threatening emails to residents backfired when leaked, exposing her bullying. At an emergency HOA meeting, residents shared stories of her overreach, finding toys, flags, even a home bakery. A recording surfaced of Claire instructing Derek to stage a siege for campaign photos, sealing her fate. She was ousted by a 45-2 vote, sued for $250,000, and forced to sell her house at a loss, her political dreams shattered. Derek faced jail for assault and lost his business. The new HOA president, Mark, rebuilt ties with the ranch, naming the access road Unity Lane. A year later, Whispering Pines and Crest VYEW thrived as one community, hosting joint events. Lily and Ethan welcomed a son, with Tom as godfather. Claire, last seen managing a mall in another state, was rejected by a new HOA when her past surfaced online. Jack's story became a law school case study, a testament to defending rights against tyranny. At the annual barbecue, he'd raise a glass under the oak, saying, "Never underestimate a Texan protecting his family, especially when the sheriff's his best man." The crowd would cheer, Liberty Bell would moo, and the oak would stand tall, guarding their legacy for generations to come.